All right. Awesome. Awesome. Happy November. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. I feel
Mhm.
like the older I get, the faster time goes. And it shouldn't be that way, should it? Oh, I don't care.
Well,
Oh my goodness. It's too fast. It's going too fast for me. I need it to slow down a little bit. But anyway, I wanted Andrea to start us off in prayer, but she's helping Ariel right now to see if she can get on through a different device. So what we'll do now is we're just going to move right into shout outs. I mean, wow, what a month of October as a whole team. We had some top recruiters, Sherry Hakey with 8. Not only did Sherry sign 8 last month, but that helped her to go Fast Start Gold. She earned the $600 cash, woo, and qualified for the cruise. So it was a big, big month. Congratulations, Sherry. Took a lot of determination and hard work. So way to go, way to go.
thank you.
Amanda Swenson signed 4. Jasmine helped 2 people. Good job. That a girl. That a girl. Laura McLaurin helped 1. Kelly helped 1. Jan, Bree, and Amanda all helped 1 as well. So good job, you guys. It was a quiet month for me. But I'm ready to go in November now, especially with the free reset, you guys. Holy cats, right? Is she able to do it, Andrea, or?
No, she tried on a different device, still wasn't working. So she's just gonna catch the replay. She's trying to get little one to bed too anyway.
Okay.
So
All right. All right.
yeah.
Thanks for trying. So anyway, congratulations for a good month. I'm again, like I said, really excited for November. There's so much going on this month. It was blowing my mind when I was reviewing all of the incentives and what we've got going on. I'll quickly go through those and then we're going to open it up and Sherry and I are going to visit a little bit with you about how she got to where she is. And if you have any questions or any comments, this is going to be just us having a conversation together, okay? So feel free to unmute yourself and ask a question if you so choose. But just to go over quickly the November incentives, in case anybody has any questions on any of them, there are so many. Again, the free reset, and that goes all month, you guys. That goes all the way through the 30th, which I think is fabulous. In the past, if I'm remembering right, there was always like a smaller time period where they had that available. So how cool is it that Plexus wants not only us to succeed, but they want to offer this to other people because it's working and they want other people to be able to take advantage of it and have it work for them as well. So one thing that I forgot to do when I signed someone on Saturday, I forgot to put in the reset in the order. I did, however, type in reset in the promo code and it was accepted. But I don't, if it's not in the order, it's probably not going to come and I'll have to call in on that. So make sure that you guys don't follow my lead, that you may get the reset in the order so that it's in there. It's going to show up as $89 until you put the promo code in right before checkout. Okay. And then we have cash for the holidays. This is something brand new. They've never done this before. And this will go from started at November 1st, but it'll go through the 21st. And so each enrollment that you have this month qualifies you to be in the randomizer. And you will have a possibility of having your name drawn. They're choosing 10, I believe, each week. And then you get to spin or they're going to spin it for you. I don't know. It's going to be news to me or news to all of us on Friday how they're going to do it. and win prizes or cash. So that's pretty cool. And they have that great big huge wheel. I don't know if you guys saw that in the Zoom at the beginning of the month, but they didn't have that, a few years ago when I toured the office. I don't know if they have that one for you, Shannon. I don't think I think they had the little wheel. So now they got this big gigantor wheel, which will be really fun. The Save Now and Save Again is available once again. And so let's say you have a client that is ready to order, but knows they do not want the reset. Always the reset's going to be the better deal because they're saving $89 on it. But if they just tell you flat out, nope, I don't want the reset, I won't use it, then make sure they at least get that $10 off. Because not only then do they get that $10 off this month, but it automatically is taken off their order next month. And that's code GIVE10 again. Save 10. So now's a good time for you to go back and see who didn't order last month. And then that's a good follow-up for you to do, and let them know that if they order this month, they can get another $10 or get $10 off, which is a really good deal. And sometimes that's the incentive that they may be needed. And make some suggestions, you guys, when you are reaching out to people. It's always a good idea to make some suggestions. Go back to whomever didn't order last month and take a look and see what they have been ordering. And then when you're visiting with them, find out what's working for them, what's not working for them, and then make suggestions. And it's always great to make suggestions on, our newer products that they have not tried. So that cocoa, I'm liking the cocoa. I'm really liking the cocoa. I even put it in my coffee instead of trying to get away from the creamer, you guys. Because having that first thing in the morning, putting sugar into your body is not the way to do things. After the hydrate, of course. So the featured product for November and December is Immune Plus. And so basically what they're doing now is they're reducing the perks credits that it costs to add that to a subscription. So it's only 300 perks credits right now. So make sure that you get your Immune Plus with your perks this month or next month. And that Give Back and Donate is a Feeding America donation that Plexus is doing specifically in the month of November. And so when your VIPs check out, they're going to, I don't know, it hasn't happened for me yet. There's a pop-up that comes up. I didn't see it when I enrolled my gal on my phone. So if anybody helps enroll somebody, if you could remember to take a picture and show us in the messenger chat what it looks like, because something will come up and it should say, would you like to donate $5, $10, $15, and so on. And then when your client decides, yeah, I want to donate to Feeding America, Plexus is actually going to match that. So how cool is that? So Give Back and Donate. And then December 3rd, they're going to let us know how much that was raised. And again, of course, the Enroll 4 and Enroll 8. Are you kidding me? Is this the third month? Isn't this the third month? Or is it the second? I feel like it's the third month. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I just think it's fantastic that they're doing this again. And it wouldn't surprise me if they didn't do it again next month. But how nice to get an extra $200 in your pocket that you didn't know was even coming. It's like free money. I love free money. Okay, so that's about our incentives. Anybody have any questions on those incentives? Did I cover everything? All good? Okay. Next, I'd like to shift gears and have Sherry tell us a little bit about, first of all, why she came to Plexus in the first place. Sherry, tell us a little bit about, if you would. By the way, Sherry and I met through my boyfriend, Kyle. Sherry is Kyle's sister-in-law. So she's married to Kyle's
That
brother.
was an official admission, right?
It
Boyfriend.
was.
Just had to
gonna
point
be-
that out. Sorry,
It's
I know
coming
you're
up on a
recording.
year. That's
I'll move
okay.
on.
And when Sherry and I met, we hit it off right away. Did I vomit Plexus all over you, Sherry?
No, you didn't even mention it.
Oh, praise God. Reason is, when you meet that person and that they would be perfect for this business, and you just vomit all over them. Well, this is one time I was able to hold back and just remain calm. And I think I just sprinkled a little bit here and there. I shook up my drink, maybe in front of you and the family. But
You were
Sherry,
wearing a Plexus cap.
there you go. So get your Plexus clothing on. So Sherry, I'll let you talk a little bit and just tell us like what intrigued you about Plexus, what your health was like maybe, and what you started on.
Okay. Well, no, Kelly did not approach me. When I met her, she was great. And like she said, we hit it off. She was wearing a Plexus cap, which I already had heard of Plexus quite a few years back. So I was familiar with what it was. And as the weekend went on, I just kind of asked her a few questions, and she was very bubbly, excited. She was doing things. She's the same age as me. And I'm like, whatever she's doing, I want it.
Well,
so I just kind of asked a few questions and, just kind of feeling her out. And she didn't offer too much information.
that was hard.
I asked her if I could try it. And she said, sure, you can. So, she'd give me a taste of this, a taste of that. And we talked and went over some health with her. So she got me started. I had a lot of health issues. I've tried pretty much everything that's out there on the internet that you can order. I have a drawer full of products that I never used. They didn't do any good. I've had a long history of arthritis, degenerative joint disease, migraines, menopause, spinal stenosis, so depression, and kind of was just at the point where I just didn't really feel like doing anything. So it kind of went back for several years. Back in 2019, or 2022, I had sepsis, which started kind of the roller coaster. And actually, my husband does beets, and it was the first day of beets. So I stay in Bemidji and he's back in Fisher. And it was a Sunday and he left, and I just wasn't feeling good. And he called the next day. He works nights. And he's like, what's wrong with you? I said, I just don't feel good. I said, I can't even get out of bed. And he goes, well, okay, I'll call later. Well, thank God, because it was by the grace of God that he actually drove back to Bemidji. And by the time he got here, I was unresponsive, was in ICU for a week. I don't really remember much of it. So lots of IV antibiotics, just, went through a lot. it didn't quite go the way it was supposed to. So it took a while, but I recovered. Like I said, grace of God was watching over for all of us. And of May of 23, I ended up having a total hip replacement. And now this August, I had back surgery. So it's just been a spiral of having lots of surgeries, lots of antibiotics, lots of anesthesia. And I actually started Plexus before I had this last surgery. And within a couple weeks, I just started feeling I had more energy. I didn't have the brain fog that I had. I was sleeping better. I started on the E's, and I was taking 2 of them 3 times a day, which helped considerably. I've never been one for taking a lot of narcotics, and I just found that they didn't work anyway. So why take them? We'll try this, try muscle relaxers, try nerve pills, try this, try that. And it didn't work. So I was really, really pleased that that worked. So that kind of really got me on, well, this stuff maybe does work. So I just kept taking it. And I had the surgery. I showed it to my doctor. He said, there's nothing in any of them that you cannot take. She said, I've heard of it. I've heard great things about it, which even made me more confident. So that was kind of where, and I just decided, well, okay, I should probably be sharing this with other people, and jumped on board.
Awesome. Well, and Sherry didn't mention she's a nurse.
Yes.
So she's got a medical background too, which is amazing and awesome. So when you started thinking about sharing with others, did I ask you? Okay, so we just talked about this. Did I ask you to share with others, or did I just put it out there like, why don't you see if anybody else wants to join you? Or do you remember how that went?
Well, when you were doing some of your follow-ups, we're like, it's always easy to, share this or get somebody on board with you. And, if you get a couple people to do this, just share. So you were very nonchalant about it, not really, but you sent it in the text,
Did I? Okay.
like what you needed to do
Okay.
in the follow-up. So
I forget.
basically I just started talking about it. And I mean, I have my children on it. I have 3 kids. I have 3 grandkids. So my husband takes it. So that's a lot right there. I mean, basically my son, my daughter, and my husband were my first 3, like in the first week.
Yeah.
So, that was good. And then a few people started asking. I've done a lot of messaging and texting. I mean, I can send out 20 of them a day. When they did the Silver and 6, and it was like the lists of, make lists of everybody. And, I went through my messenger people and, my Facebook. I've started adding more people to Facebook. I'm not a big social media person. I never have been. So
you're doing very good on you're doing really good on it. You're doing
trying to
good on
get
it.
used to. But,
Yeah.
I'd
It's a
send them
learning
out
curve.
and send them out and send them out. And, I might get a response from a couple. Some would maybe say, oh yes, I'm interested. And then they'd ghost you. So, a week or 2 later, I'd send another one. And I've had a couple that have basically, one's from New Mexico, and then the other one from Grand Forks, just basically asked me, what is this Plexus stuff you're doing? They're both on it now. So just a matter of doing it continually. And I'm kind of getting in the pattern of when I get up in the morning, I'm trying to do the Facebook, go through, try to do responses and, getting better to communicate, starting the relationships with the people that instead of just hitting like, asking a question.
Mhm.
And then I see that they're responding back to me, which has helped a lot.
Yeah.
Word of mouth.
Mhm.
I'd have to say some of my closest friends are probably the biggest skeptics.
Mhm.
So I've offered a few times and
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I'll think about it. So it's like, well, maybe several weeks down the road, we'll approach it.
Mhm.
I try to find something that interests them. The one she's a big fashion person. So when the beanie came out with the cocoa, because I've tried and, I've said, you say you have this and that, but no, I'm not taking any pills. Okay. All right. No problem. It's like, hey, you know what? If you love hot cocoa, yeah. I said, there's a really nice beanie that goes with it if you order cocoa. Well, I like cocoa and I like beanies. What color is it? Cream. Okay, why don't you get me some of that and then get me some of this since you said that would work. So
Mhm.
it's just finding those little things that'll get them going,
Well,
even if it's a cap.
yeah, right. It's about building the relationship, taking it a
Mhm.
little further, and I just had Sherry tell us, I don't remember if I vomited on you or not, or if I asked you to share with 3 people. But my point with all of that was it is really important to just plant the seed, just plant the little seed. You don't have to make it a big deal and you don't have to make it feel uncomfortable or anything. You might say something like, hey, you should think of 2, 3 friends that want to do this with you. Who knows? Could be fun. And then that's it. Leave it at that. There you are planting the seed. It's there and it's going to start growing as they are more educated. So the first 3 people you signed up were Danny, Noel, and Jarrett.
Yep.
Yep. And so you got 18 points right away in July and went silver. In August, you added 1.
Hmm.
You had your
That was Lori.
surgery.
Yep.
Yep. Yep. And you were learning more about the products and more about the system. And I
Mhm.
didn't know what your goals were at that point. But then all of a sudden in September, Sherry added 5 and went senior silver and then last month. And so my point in all of this too is saying that you never know how somebody or what somebody decides to do. And so if we don't open the possibility up to every single person that we join or have joined in the business, we don't know what's going to happen. It's all about offering, making an offer, sharing, and whatever they do with it then is up to them. But sometimes I remind myself that I have said to people before, and this, if you ever get stuck and you know that somebody needs to be on the products, or you know that you want to work with somebody and that they would be good with this, I kind of go back to, Janelle, I just have to share this with you because I've been thinking about it and I'll never forgive myself if I don't at least offer this to you. So hear me out. And then I go on with, the products and what I think they would do for them or the business. And I think if you approach it that way, it's so non-threatening, And I've had really good luck with those words. Make it your own, of course, do what you want with it, but those words I've had really good luck with, and they're true. So Sherry, it sounds like each day you are working your business. Each day you're reaching out. So the activity of doing those things is what's getting you to where you're at right now, not being able to sign up 50 people, but maybe out of those 150 people you've reached out to, you were able to sign up 20, you know? So it's all in the little itty bitty things. I know we all kind of sometimes, especially with in Devil's Lake right now, this other company, what's that other company that's getting so big right now? It's right here. Anyway, it doesn't matter, but they're really getting big. And it's just kind of deflated me. I don't know, have you guys ever felt that before? You know, it's like you've talked to so-and-so and you talk to so-and-so and yeah, they're going to, they're just not ready yet. And then all of a sudden you hear that they went with another company. That's happening a lot in this area because something new and something shiny is out there. But today I had to really sit back and I had to coach myself and remind myself why I started Plexus and why I stay. And that really helped a lot because we know there's going to be company after company after company that's going to come out with the new shiny object and people are going to jump ship. But if we stand firm and we shout from the rooftops and we are bold in our posting, people are going to see that we're not going anywhere. We're still going to be around. And many times when people jump ship and go move to the shiny object, they're going to find out that, yeah, it maybe worked for a while, but they're going to end up right back to where they started. We have the gut health that people need in order to sustain a healthy lifestyle and to keep that weight off. Of course, it's just a tool in the toolbox of tools, but that's what we teach. And our community that we have is so amazing. A lot of people come for the products, but they stay because of the community. They may not be as consistent as they should be, but they love the community. And so we need to continue building that as well. And in that point, I just want to say, I know I need to be better at this, and I'm asking for help with this. In the dynamic healing group and in the healthy living group, I think it's really important that we try hard to get back to giving those groups 5 minutes of our time each day. Marla is so much better than I am at getting daily posts in the healthy living group each day, and I'm getting better. I have Kelly's help and I have Marcia's help and Shannon's help, but we need to make ourselves available to comment in those groups a little bit more. I feel like the healthy living group and the dynamic group, they're very quiet and there's only like 2 or 3 people, and God bless them, Kelly, it's your mother and mother-in-law. They're always in there, you know.
I know.
Which
And
is,
I know, which is a good thing. They shame me, but yeah,
it is a good thing. It is a good thing. And I know you say that kiddingly, but I don't want anyone to feel any shame, because I'll not be pointing the finger at you. I'll be pointing the finger at me and just reminding us as a group that we need to do that. Our people that are in those groups need to see us comment in those groups. And also, I'm going to suggest that anytime you want, and Marla will say the same thing, go live in the group for 15 seconds. Let them know what happened, what you tried, what you noticed. Can be anything. That really helps to, I think, gather people too when they see you live in there. So Sherry, last couple things. What do you think started your momentum and is keeping that momentum going? Can you put your finger on it? In other words, what's your jive? What's not your secret
my
sauce, but
jive?
what's your warm fuzzy? What's your warm fuzzy motivation?
Because I actually want to do things. I want to do something and I feel better.
Mhm.
And I thought that was never going to happen, that I was never going to feel that way.
Mhm. Mhm.
That this was just the way it kind of had to be.
Yeah,
This is
Yeah.
my body. And,
yeah,
and I said several years ago, I just wish I would be able to get better so I could enjoy the things with my grandkids and, be able to be around when they're older and see my daughter get married.
yeah.
All these things go through your head when you're not feeling well.
Mhm.
And I feel good. I want to do things. I want to go places. I'm excited.
Mhm.
And I know there's so many other people that feel that way. And it might not be because, they're in pain, but something is making them feel like they just don't want to do anything anymore. Whether it's their health, the mental health, their physical health.
Mhm.
And that got me motivated that I can actually share this with people. And I mean, I have had several people when I'm talking to them on the phone say, Sherry, I can just hear the passion in your voice that you are so excited about this.
Mhm.
And, I just think when people hear that,
Mhm.
that they know that you're genuine
Yeah.
and you're not just trying to sell them a product because you want to sell something.
Yeah.
So I guess me feeling better
Mhm.
and knowing what I can do to help people or what the product can do has motivated me.
Awesome. That's awesome. Can you
Hey,
guys
Sherry,
all?
quick question before
ahead.
I hop
Yep.
off. Do you have your written testimony like to share on Facebook?
I do.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
I would love to, if you just want to put it in our Plexus Q&A chat, I would love to share it.
Sure. Yep. You probably have heard a lot more than is actually in that testimony because that was really hard to put that out there.
I love what you said about like, I want to do things now.
I do.
I want to do things. I want to
Mhm.
just live life. And before you just
Yep.
kind of felt blah.
I said,
you
I
know?
actually feel like I want to get out and dance.
Yeah, if you can like verbalize somehow all of that in a post, I would love to share that because I think that's
Mhm.
what the world needs is like, I just don't want to do anything. Just they need to want to do something.
And you get in a rut and
Motivation.
Yep. And it motivated me. When you start to feel better and the community and seeing what it's done for other people, I mean, it's amazing. And listening to all of you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Super
Thank
cool.
you, Andrea. Yes, that'll be great. And just to touch on that too, think about starting an exercise program. And when you make your decision that you're going to start, you're excited about it, and you start and you work so dang hard that first day, and then the next day you're like, and then 5 days later, you're like, well, I'm not seeing anything change here. You know, so you kind of lose a little of that motivation because we know it takes time. But with Plexus, you know, and you can get some of that energy back and you can start to feel better. That's what I love. And I love to have people use the active because that's kind of like a, what do they call it? A gateway product that people can really notice a difference with, you know, right away versus some of the other things. So last thing, Kel, would you, Sherry, thank you so much, by the way. I kind of just skipped right over that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What you shared was really important for us to hear. Kel, will you share a little bit about what's coming up in November for the ladies' night out?
I will. I will. I'm not sure if any of y'all were at the event we had 2 months ago now, I think. But we did Zentangle and it was awesome. I didn't know what it was. Karen Keys came and led it. And this girl is so passionate about, well, she's on the Plexus wagon again now too. She's gotten really serious about her health, but her passion has also spilled over into this women's event that we've been doing. So she's kind of been my right hand in planning these things. But that event went so well that we wanted to do one for Christmas cards. So even if you don't feel you have an artistic bone in your body, and I'm serious about that because I've heard it, trust me on this, you are going to love it. We had, I think, about 22 here when we did it last time. And I had some people say, there's no way I'm going to be able to do this. And I'm like, that's fine. Just sit back and watch. And of course, it's like, well, shoot, I can draw a little circle with a, you know, dot by it, but you will be amazed. And it's going to be more than that, but just for lack of, not wanting the graphic to get too overwhelming. If you've been to the house, I do have a pretty good stamp collection too. So we're going to be doing some of that too. So whatever floats your boat, but you are welcome to make as many cards as you can crank out. And yeah, so please come. It's just so much fun. If you like the community and being around other women and just laughing and having fun, it's so much fun, you guys. So please come. The graphic is out in those groups. Just send it to whoever you think would be a good fit for this group. And then, oh, Tucker, yeah, Tucker will be here. He will be here.
Yeah, those
So,
are
anyway.
amazing, Kel. Holy cow,
fun.
when you put that graphic out. Woo!
It's fun. It is a lot of fun. So anyway,
Do we
that's what
bring
we're doing
anything,
in
Kelly?
November. Huh?
Do we need to bring anything?
No, if you
Okay.
were at the Zentangle thing last time, Karen had put together like little packets, like with a special pen that is used and stuff. So if you were there, bring that stuff again so she doesn't have to, you know, supply it again because it is an expense for her too. So anyway, but otherwise just come. It's so much fun.
I can't
That's my
wait.
pitch.
I can't
And I'll
wait.
cook. I will cook. So there's that. And Tucker will be here. So there's that.
Woohoo! All right, awesome sauce, and whatever you cook,
It'll be good.
gonna be amazing. Okay, lastly, if you have a want to move our meetings to 8 o'clock versus 8:30, you know, let me know, send me a message, because there's more talk about that again. And I'm gonna leave you with a challenge. Okay, today is Monday. I'm gonna give you until Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'll give you till Friday. I would like to see everybody go live, sharing a little bit about their story. And if you haven't listened to tonight's huddle call, I was going to say Jean Tips, but it wasn't Jean, it was Jory came on and he shared some statistics that I thought were really cool. and I think would really have people thinking a little bit more about this. 40% of Americans actually have a second income. 45% are currently looking for a second income. And what's beautiful about this is the health and wellness space is growing by 8% annually. Jasmine, you can listen. I'll send it to you. So, I mean, we have every right to shout from the rooftops and to get on and talk about what we've got. And those that don't want to see us on and telling people about what we have to offer, well, then they can just scroll on by. Because there are others out there that want and need what we have. Love you guys. Thanks for being patient. Kel, do you have any last final words? Anybody else?
Thank you again, Sherry.
Yes, see you soon.
Okay. All right, guys. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey, Kel, stay on quick.
Okay.
So Shannon, she's so funny. So oh look, there she is. She's so cute. So after Matthew's call last week, was it last week? Holy bajoli, like I can't stop being like, oh my God, Matthew, what is this about? Oh my God, what did you do here? Like he's probably like, shut up, leave me alone. Like he's probably like, oh my God, not this girl again. Guys, I listened to his, so what's her name? She did the gold jacket thing.
Oh,
No.
yes, Nina.
Okay, so she like follows Matthew and then like commented on his like post on Sunday, like, can you send me this recording? It was from our call, and then Matthew tagged me. He goes, can you help her? And I was like, yep, absolutely. Like I sent it to her. And so then I messaged him like thinking like maybe he didn't know how to share it, or like maybe I didn't share it with him or something. And I was like, hey, here's the recording, blah 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 blah. He's like, nope, it's okay. I was just getting on to preach. And then I was like, oh, what was your lesson about? Or like your message about today? Okay, so then he sent me his 1-2 church thing on Facebook. I was like, oh yeah, I need to watch that. I need to follow
Right.
it. So I followed it. I watched it, bawled my eyes out the whole service. Like I felt like, long story short, I was assaulted at work, whatever. That's a whole other story. But like I finally felt like I was free, like all the things. Anyway, so just like through Messenger, like, and then watching his sermon, I can see my damn message pop up on his watch. I'm like, so I felt terrible. I was like, okay,